Greetings, ladies and gentlefish, and welcome to this game in the T29 American Tier 7 Heavy Tank. Now, the games I've got to show you from the T29, they're perhaps not as good as I thought they were. Maybe I should quantify. When I played the games, they felt like pretty decent games. When you look at the XP scores, it's pretty respectable. And if I'd got these XP scores in sort of a Black Prince or something, they'd have been first class mastery easily. In the T29, they're second class mastery. The T29 is a very good machine, arguably overpowered, and so it's actually quite hard to get first class mastery or ace tanker in this thing. Anyway, onto this game. This is a tier 9 game, so we are bottom tier. But one of the nice things about the T29 is that it really doesn't care too much. We're here on Ruinberg. This is actually Ruinberg on fire. Ooh, nice shot on the move. Now there's a fail platoon on the enemy team. Those two KV-1Ss really shouldn't be here, but there we go. I'm going hull down because this is an American heavy tank. T29, you know, it's all about going hull down. The gun is good, but it's not very accurate, unfortunately. So I just tracked the IS. And I aim to hit the KV-1S, but the IS drives in front of my shot, which is fine because the KV-1S decides to drive away. So I am good with that. And we managed to get another hit in, and then he drives off. Now here on Ruinberg, you can go into the field on a T29 because you can use this central ridge to poke your turret up and remain hull down. And in this game, there is no artillery, so I don't have that to worry about, and artillery really is the bane of the American heavy tank. So there's a nice hit into the Tiger 1. Will hopefully make him reconsider his life choices. He's still there, and there we go, and he's going to find it very, very difficult to hurt me, and I can basically just sit here and nail him all day long, which is kind of funny. Well, it's funny for me, not so funny for him. Bounce, bounce, bounce. T29 appears to be aiming for my commander's hatch, but that shot sailed right over me. I mean, he's in a T29 himself, so he presumably knows how to kill them. But I'm trying to just remember where his hull was. Oh, there we go. That shot misses. And that's the main problem with the gun on the T29. It's really not very accurate. Something like 0.43 accuracy. And there you can see that shot came straight towards me, but bounced. That one, however, went into me and made a bit of a mess. Now, it actually penetrated the cheek of my turret. Now I need to have a proper look at the armour scheme of this tank, but I'm pretty sure the cheek of my turret is about 279mm thick. And when you consider the amount of damage I took, I think that's the Ferdinand. Ferdinand has 250 plus millimeters of penetration. I don't know exactly how much off the top of my head, but I do wonder if that was using if that was using a premium ammunition against me. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Don't know off the top of my head. But maybe he just got a decent damage roll using AP, or maybe he just has more penetration on that gun than I'm giving him credit for. Hello, Mr. AMX, how are you today? Bye-bye. And this is the thing with the T29. This is a tier 9 game, and I'm holding my own. And not by flanking or doing anything fancy. I'm holding my own by doing what my tank does well. By just being hull down. Oh, ouch. Okay. That was my loader. I think he put that shot into the side of my turret. Fair enough to him if he did, so I need to be careful. Yeah, side of the turret. That was my bad. But a T29 can hold its own when bottom tier, which is a little bit scary. And there you can see it's taking a tier 8 tank destroyer to actually hurt me. And if that Ferdinand were to now load high explosive, I'd be in trouble. I come up here to try and get a shot on that Tiger 2, but it's not really going to happen. I have the shot anyway, I don't really know why. And then pull back. There's that T29 from earlier on, but I'm very conscious that if I go up over that ridge with my turret pointed toward the T29, that Ferdinand's just going to put a shot into the side of my turret and kill me. So I don't want to do that. Instead, I go over here and prepare myself for the inevitable King Tiger. I know he's coming. It's just a case of, well, trying to kill him, I guess. But you can see all the bounces we're taking, and as I say, this is a tier 7 tank in a tier 9 game. So, aiming at the commander's hatch of that Tiger 2, he aims at me, he bounces on me, I put a shot into him. And I haven't switched to premium ammunition. Lower plate. This is using armor piercing. Oh dear, T29. There's the other one. He finally gets me. I wasn't able to hide my hull. But here's the thing. I've got just shy of 200mm of penetration with the top 105mm gun on this tank. And the accuracy is not very good, but the penetration and accuracy are good enough, considering that you don't have to move around too much. You can just poke your turret up, take your time as you bounce shots. It's good enough, and the 320 alpha damage hits hard enough to really be a threat, regardless of whether you're top tier, bottom tier, or whatever. The T29 is a force to be reckoned with, regardless of the matchmaker. And I think that's really... And it's a force to be reckoned with without using any flair or fancy tactics. And I think that's really the thing you can say about the T29 that just demonstrates how powerful it is. You don't care. Well, you care, but you care a lot less what tier your target is than if you were driving, you know, one of the others. And it just renders the other tier 7 heavy tanks obsolete, basically. The main problem is that the gun's a bit inaccurate, and I guess it's kind of slow. And there we go, we win by cap. That Ferdinand's still out on the field, who's been nailing me all game. And that was it. And that was something like 3,500 damage. Tier 7 tank, tier 9 game. Okay, most of the targets I actually shot at were tier 7 or tier 8. And that was second class mastery. Over 1100 XP, but only second class mastery. What are you going to do? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that game. If you did, please feel free to catch some of my other videos and or subscribe to my channel. And I wish you very happy hunting on that battlefield. Ciao, ciao.